So we have a few sines and cosines for some special angles. Now the question is, if we know sine A and sine B, then can we know sine A plus B? Because if we do, then we can find out the sine of 75, which is made of 30 and 45. It's like having 2 and 3, we know 2 plus 3 is 5. So would sine A plus B equal to sine A plus sine B? In this lecture, we will explore the most important trig identity, combination formula for sines. Let's see what it should be by putting things on a circle. This is angle A. This is B. Let's use a unit circle of radius 1, because this way, originally sine is a ratio, it's not visual. Now it becomes length as well. Sine A plus B is the height here, and cosine A plus B is the length here. Once we can visualize these two ratios, it's easier to see how to break them down. If we draw a line perpendicular to this line, this side has a length of sine B. These two triangles are similar, hence this angle is also A. So if we project sine B to the green line, we know its length should be sine B times cosine A. Now we just need to know this part. This blue line is cosine B. If we project it to the horizontal line, hence the red line is cosine B times sine A. Therefore, sine A plus B equals to the sum of the cross products of the sines and cosines. Now let's do cosine A plus B. Projection of the blue line gives us cosine B times cosine A. The orange length here is sine B times sine A. Therefore, we have the companion formula for cosine A plus B equals to cosine B times cosine A minus sine A sine B. So you won't always remember the exact look of this formula, but you should remember that there is a way to break down sine of a complex angle into simpler ones. And then you can rely on this visual approach to derive the formula on the fly. Now we can find out sine 75 using this combination formula. If we think of angle A of 45, B of 30, then sine 75 equals to sine 30 cosine 45 plus cosine 30 sine 45. Plug in the numbers, you get that sine 75 equals to square root of 2 plus square root of 6 over 4. Then cosine 75 is found to be square root of 6 minus square root of 2 over 4. Now we have expanded our sine table a little bit. So knowing the components and the rules for combining them to make the outcome, this forward process is called computing. But if we know the outcome and one component, can we find the other? For example, if we consider 45 degrees is made of 30 and 15, then sine 45 can be understood as sines of 30 and 15. In this case, the outcome is known, one component is known, and also the rules of combination is known. Can we use this relationship to find out the other component? This backward process for finding the component is called solving an equation. We will see how to do that in the next section.